But something that's going away is the devil in the White City. Well, it's going away for
Oh
now.
no! This is the first I've heard about that. For real?
The devil in the
Dude,
White
I've
City.
been following this for like a decade. That bums me out so much.
It's been forever. Like
Oh,
Leonardo DiCaprio bought the rights for it back in 2010, right? Back in 2010, him and Scorsese were supposed to do it. Now Hulu's adaptation, they decided to drop it. They said it's dead in the waters for us. We're done with it. Now this doesn't mean that the production is completely done because,
okay.
well, no, first there are a lot of issues here. The first one being that Keanu Reeves was signed on to be one of the main characters. He dropped out. So now he's gone. Todd Field was set to direct and executive produce. He left too. But the remainder of the team will continue to shop it around to other studios and hope that somebody will pick it up. DiCaprio's still on board. Scorsese's still on board to executive produce. It's a limited series now. Originally, it was supposed to be a movie before, and then they changed it to a limited series. So, I mean, they've been working on this for forever, like Mike's saying too. And, they started developing this in 2019 for Hulu, and it was supposed to start production.
For Hulu. It had been in production for long before that.
Yeah, just for Hulu. It was supposed to start production, actually shooting in 2023, this year. But now it's just all, it's all going to hell because it's been dropped, apparently. And if you're wondering, what the hell is the devil in the White City? Well, it tells the story of Daniel H. Burnham, a demanding but visionary architect who races to make his mark on history with the 1893 Chicago World's Fair. And it also deals with Dr. H.H. Holmes, America's first
baby.
Triple H's modern serial killer, the very first modern serial killer, and the man behind the notorious murder castle built in the Fair's shadow. Now it spans 4 different parts of that intercut Holmes and Burnham stories. Prior to exiting, though, Keanu Reeves was confirmed to be Burnham, and there was no actor attached to be Holmes. So this is going away, though. As I said, they've been trying to make it happen on Hulu for a while. Mike, I can tell you're pretty revved up about it. How do you feel about this?
I'm sorry, I was stepping all over your piece there.
You're okay.
Man. I apologize for that, but yeah, I am revved up. Because what? Who? I'm wondering what is the snag in the production? Why has it been stuck in production hell for so long? Like,
I know
because Leo is the primary owner of the rights, right?
Yep. Since 2010.
If I'm right. Since when? Since 2010?
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say for 10 or 12 years, easy. Like, and it's such a salacious, great story that takes place like at the turn of the century in Chicago, like one of the major ports in the US, like at the World's Fair. Like, it's such a significant cultural moment and such a horrible, like salacious story. Like, there's just as a dramatic possibility, like there's so much that you could bring to a story like that. So I don't know if they just have incredibly high expectations for what they want out of the story. Like, do you know more about why about the Hulu cancellation at least?
No, they just said that it just didn't work out. That's what they just said. They haven't really given much beyond that. They just announced today they were dropping it.
Why would you hold on to rights for that long and try to make something and not like, because I can't imagine that there aren't good creative teams out there that would jump on it, or maybe like are the egos that I don't know if it says anything about Leo, like, or the people that are already attached to it, like have a lot of expectations, have a lot of baggage that they're putting onto it. Because I could see myself doing that just based on like what an incredible story it is to tell in the first place.
Well, I think they said too, it's like, yeah, well, they had Keanu Reeves on board. You know what I mean? They had Todd Field on board. They had everybody lined up. So the fact that Keanu dropped, it was like a big, what are we going to do now? And then the director leaves too. Now you're back to this, like the story, back to the beginning now, back to the drawing board for this. So I think that Hulu was just like, we don't want to do it. It's already been since 2019. It's 2023, so they're just like, take it elsewhere. I think that's just how it goes sometimes,
Who's the showrunner that you would put on a project like this, or what's a creative team? I'm trying to think of the
Jerry Bruckheimer.
Really?
Would you do Jerry? Really?
Put him on there. This show would be done in 2 minutes. It'd be done. Yeah. And maybe they would cast Tom Cruise to be his very first TV show. You know what I mean? And throw him in there to be Holmes. Hell yeah, I'd be down for that. Mike's thinking about it now.
I'm actually seeing it. I'm thinking back to Tom's performance in Magnolia when he was the He was the womanizing
Yeah.
makeup artist, like
Long
TV
hair.
star. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, I can see that egotistical craziness sparkle in his eye coming out. That's decent casting. I'm okay. I'm on board. Hulu,
Yeah.
but we're going back to green light. Let's pump some money
back to
back into this
green
bitch.
Make this shit happen now.
Yeah.
Totally do it too.
Yeah, what do you think, Jake? Do you think it just comes down to the business though? Probably, you know, you lost your director, you lost your lead actor, so like, what do you do, right? If you're Hulu, would you drop this production?
I don't know. It depends on if they have any money invested. They must not have much other than just waiting. You know?
Yeah, just waiting. They sign these deals, you know, a lot of time, and it's all based off if they actually go into production. So holding rights,
and you know, their first look bid might have been based on if so and so directs and if so and so produces, and if they backed out, then maybe Hulu's like, all right, we're out then too. You know, if our people aren't going to do it.
And then they're like, good luck, you know, even though it's DiCaprio and Scorsese, which I think is wild. You think that you have them behind them. You think they'd be like, Hulu, come on, we're not done yet.
Dude, I watched The Departed yesterday. Like, anybody should be clamoring for those guys, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You would think so.
It's going to be so dark if that's what it's based on. That's crazy.
I mean, it sounded great. It sounded great to me, and I haven't heard of it until now. And I was like, "What? This sounds awesome! Like, how is this something that's being dropped by a major network like Hulu?" You know, but unfortunately, everybody, if you were excited about this, like Mr. Mike Casey was,
it'll stay in hell. Somebody'll want to pick it up. I mean, it's not like they're just going to let the rights fester forever. At some point, they'll get frustrated and they'll say, "Okay, like we'll take your deal, like just to get it made, right?"
Yeah, it's true. One day, everybody.
I think you just worry that it'll get rushed.
Well, there's also the worry about that. It might go back to being a movie too. Like it was supposed to be a movie initially under DiCaprio. I was going to say Leonardo DiCaprio and Scorsese was supposed to be a movie. So maybe it'll go back to being that. You never know. Maybe they'll reassess it and rework it, and then they'll get somebody else to come on. Maybe Leo would do it then. You know, come on, Leo, do the freaking show. Why don't you do it? Come on, I'm calling you out, DiCaprio. Get it.